The Book of Ruth anthology was #1 new release and bestseller on Amazon. Product of the month in Sheen magazine. Unlimited Kindle and paperback.
Have a brand? Do you want to get it in front of millions of people instantly? Well, email me right now, ogod@hiphopun.com.
All right, man. So we remember Ice Cube. He went on the podcast tour run. We were hoping to have him, have some things behind the scenes going on. In effort to have him, we didn't have him. But in setting up and getting ready for that interview, I was thinking to myself, like, damn, NWA was Ice Cube's start. It was the start to the music, it was start to the movie, start to everything. But it's also kind of coined as the birth of gangster rap. And when you look at Ice Cube, when you think of Dre, when you think of what they were doing, they were highlighting the street and was highlighting what was going on in the inner cities.
Right.
But they wouldn't consider themselves gangsters or gangster rap or be demonized the way it is now. Look where gangster rap is gone.
Right.
So didn't get to ask him that, but I thought it was dope that while on X, one of his fans brought it up. And I was like, damn, here we go. We're going to talk about it. So dude named B said, was NWA part of the agenda to destroy conscious rap, which was growing in popularity at the time, and promote sex, violence, and gangster behavior amongst the youth? Great question. To Ice Cube's response, no. NWA started out as a straight underground rap group with no expectations or commercial success. Fans and the media turns us into a mainstream juggernaut. Now, on another question involving hip-hop, brother named Doc Knight said, unfortunately, music did play a part with the crack being pumped into our black and Latino neighborhoods, where Ice Cube responded, bullshit. Crack was in the neighborhoods a decade before gangsta rap. In the 70s, they called it freebase. So it was heroin, weed, mollies, gangbanging, drive-bys, pimping and hoeing, dropping out of school, young girls getting pregnant, cussing, and using the word nigga. It was all here before NWA.
Right.
Your thoughts, man?
I mean, first, when you look at gangster rap, you got people like Schoolie D, Ice-T, Scott LaRock. You know, some people will put them in that. Definitely Schoolie D. You know what I mean? That people will say that kind of got, things ushered in. But as far as like us, when we were younger, we heard the NWA.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I didn't really, really know who they was till I got older, but I definitely remember hearing, the songs. Here's what I'll say to that. For that's one thing, but the other part I think is a bigger issue is when Ice Cube is saying this BS as far as that all this stuff was in the community, which may be true, but it's something called marketing and promotion. And even though it was there, right? Once you get people that people revere, look up to, superstar status, the rappers, whatever, they start talking about something, glorifying, whatever the case may be, then now becomes an epidemic of something that people want to try.
Right.
Remember Molly? You know what I mean? You see now that any major liquor company, most of them, not all, are running to rappers to promote their company. Look at what Diddy did with Ciroc, man. He turned that company into a damn near $1 billion company.
We thought he owned it.
Yep. Right. So for you to sit up there and say like, hey, that's the reason why he didn't come on the show. He probably disagree with us. By the time we went on the situation, topics like that. But if you want to sit up here and say, yeah, it was there, fine. But when you got groups and people that start to highlight that and not just highlight it, but glorify it and push it onto, young, unsuspecting people, now it becomes the thing to do. Let me wear the fitted hat. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me try this. Let me go sell this because he said he making money off crack rocks and shit. So all right, shit. It's in my neighborhood. I'm gonna make some money off crack rock. So, but I would love. That's why we wanted to have him on the show.
Yeah, man.
I would love this back and forth dialogue because maybe Ice Cube can tell us some shit that we really don't know. He was actually there.
Yeah.
But from my opinion, I would say, my perspective, I would think he would be wrong in that aspect.
And this is why we want him on here.
Right.
Because this could be dope conversation because I guarantee you he has a perspective that we're not seeing. And we may not agree with it still, but I'm sure it would involve and invoke great conversation. On the other side, because I think you nailed it right on the head when it came to the question with him saying bullshit with the crack. NWA starting out as underground with no expectation of commercial success, and him pretty much blaming the fans and the media, turning him into mainstream juggernauts. Now, obviously, the media in France turned him into the global giant that they are still today. But did he answer the question, were they a part of the agenda to destroy conscious rap? I don't think.
That's another part. Yeah.
I don't think that originally they were out to do that.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you start going on tour and you start, you know what I mean? I believe it was Detroit that shut down your show because you couldn't scream "fuck the police," and when it was starting to really be deemed gangster rap by the people in the suburbs and the contemporaries and the people that was scared of your message, you didn't shut it down. It wasn't, no, we're not gangster rap. This is conscious. We're just talking about what we're going on. You embraced it. So, and I don't know if you embraced it at the time. I mean, you embraced it. I mean, it is what it is. You were young. Y'all were hot. It was dope. And that would not have been y'all intent in the beginning, but in my opinion, it was kind of embraced. So I would just love to hear more about it because, like I said, I don't originally believe it was that. But once they became pretty much the crown prince of gangster rap and they kind of spawned this big thing when you got what's my Miss Dolores Tucker saying wanting to ban music, and what we got going on in Miami with Luke fighting the Supreme Court. A lot of that stemmed from gangster rap, and now when we ask the question, how has gangster rap helped? It really hasn't. It's actually hurt quite a bit, and it falls in line with crack being in the streets before hip hop was out. But once it came out, now it went from us glorifying selling it to now us glorifying using it.
Yeah.
And it all streams. It's an IV drip through hip hop. So
yeah, that's a great point. And I think more so, I would say he's a little correct about the media.
Yeah.
In this aspect of the media taking what you were talking about and pushing that out there, and then people start to love it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they can't make you love anything.
Right.
But once it's they got you out there, and people started to love that, and just so happened that they were indirectly used. Maybe even if they wasn't willing, it was still used.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it spread like a wildfire to where everybody started doing it now, and the conscious shit just kind of went under. Like, man, F that. Wearing a dashiki shit, nigga. I'm wearing a gold chain, and I'm fucking bitches, and I'm selling crack.
Yeah.
That's what the message came. Instead of fight the power.
Right.
That's what it became.
And I wonder what Cube's conversations were like behind the scenes, because obviously a brother like Easy, maybe some other MC Ren, maybe some of the other ones, Shen, what's that man? Is it MC Ren or MC Shen? I don't know, I probably fucked that up. Ren, they're gonna kill me. But, they probably embrace it a little bit, but did Cube embrace it? Did Dre embrace it? Like, I would like to know.
Yeah, man, it'll be a good conversation to sit down, maybe like Ice Cube, maybe like Public Enemy, you know what I mean? These different groups, all the groups like that was a so-called gangster, and then all the groups that was like the so-called conscious groups.
Right.
They sat down and had a formal discussion and talked about this candidly, you know what I mean? And not under the guise of sponsorship, so you can't say certain stuff, but actually let us know what it really was, man, because they was actually in it, and they was there. And watch somebody do that now. Watch, bring them all together and sit down and talk and shit.
You know it.
Like Vibe or something, or MTV, and one of them big complex. You know what I mean? You know it's coming now.
Hey, well, you're welcome.
Right.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I think that's dope. That's dope conversation, though, man. I'm glad the Ice Cube said that, though. Definitely.
I'm glad he answered it. And he answered it. He went right at it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't shy away from it. I think that's dope. And I would just like to know more, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a pretty deep conversation when you talk about hip-hop and where it's at today and where it started as far as gangster rap is concerned.
Right.
And him being right there at the forefront of it, you know what I'm saying? And being the person that he is, I would just like let him know his thoughts on it. But
for sure,
we'll see.
Yeah.
Got anything else?
I don't.
I got something.
Oh, go ahead.
I got something I want to show real quick. Now, I don't know if you remember former, I believe he played for the Raiders, Chandler Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Chandler Jones is going through some things right now. It's kind of troubling. It looks like his mental isn't in the right space. And we've seen this a lot with these football players recently. I'm going to play a clip of him talking about Aaron Hernandez and Josh McDaniels. And then I'm going to get